Hello viewerites and welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we confronted Team Aqua at their hideout in Lilycove City, but we found out it's too late to stop them. However, since they have left Lilycove, it allows us to cross the Hoenn Ocean. And man, there's a big ocean to cross. So this has been a big episode for me to plan out, because I always had been brainstorming for a while before I even started this Let's Play. The last, third of Pokemon Emerald is just water. So I was wondering, how can I make that interesting? Because it's really boring, me just surfing around and, battling random trainers. Of course I'd cut them out, but it wouldn't be good for the flow of the commentary. Just me constantly talking and then being interrupted by the trainer. It just wouldn't be interesting. So the thing is, I decided I'm gonna speed up my endeavors in the Hoenn Ocean. And I don't just mean from Lilycove to the next gym town, but let me just say the whole next third of the rest of the game till the Elite Four. There's no more land, it's all ocean. So and we still have 2 more gym badges. One we can't actually get right now, but there's still a whole lot to do and a whole lot to see. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up me getting everything I can right now in the Hoenn Ocean. And I literally mean everything. We're going to get to the next city in a bit, and I'll get to that later. But we're not going to do the gym yet. We're going to go further, and we're going to do everything we can right now. That way, when I want to commentate, I can just, skip to where I want to go or fly there instead of just showing me traveling there. It's a lot more interesting that way, and it's a lot easier for me to prevent me from cutting out so many battles, and it's a lot more entertaining for you guys. So this is actually the city right now that I was talking about, Mosdeep City. This is where the 7th gym is, but we're not doing that quite yet. Instead, as I said, we're going to go on further in the ocean. So this is where I get to a lot of people complaining about the Hoenn region. As I said earlier in an earlier episode, that the part where we were surfing from Petalburg to Slateport isn't even a fraction of the ocean. The entire last third of the game, as I've said many times, is all ocean. I get the feeling they were running out of time and they didn't want to put any more land, so they're like, ooh, let's just make, this is a tropical region we're going for, let's just make them surf everywhere. And to be honest, a lot of people hate on that, and I kind of see the flaw in that too. But just the rest of Hoenn is just so unique and so amazing. It just makes up for this, in my opinion. See, the thing is, Hoenn and Unova and somewhat Kalos are the only 2 or 3 regions that kind of have a variety of landscapes. I mean, with Hoenn, you go from a mountainous area to a volcanic area to a desert to a power plant, and it's all right nearby. And also, I really love the non-linearness of the game, how you can backtrack without even needing fly. There's so many shortcuts that can help you get back, and it's just so convenient, and I love it. I just love this region so much. And sure, the water kind of makes it a bit sucky, but that's okay, because if you just buy repels, it makes it a lot easier to deal through this thing, because all you're doing is surfing and battling trainers, and the whole fun of Pokemon is battling. And sure, battling wild Pokemon is annoying, but again, you can just use repels. And ignore these patches you've been seeing that. We need that for later, and that's how you actually get to the 8th gym. Those spots on the water, just ignore them. We'll deal with that later. We can't do that right now until we get the 7th gym. Also, I kind of like the non-linearness of this section. As I said, you could go, well, you can't get the 8th gym right now, but there's a bunch of other areas you can get to that you don't even need to do the 7th gym right away. You can do it in any order you want, and I just love the freedom of this. And I think more Pokemon games should have more freedom of where you want to go. In my opinion, Johto is a really fun game because there's a part of it, the Johto games, there's a part of it where you can do the 4th, 5th, 6th, and... No, sorry, not the 4th. You can do the 5th, 6th, and 7th gym in any order you want. And sure, there's a recommended set order. but you can do them in any order you want. And I like that, I wish more Pokemon games had like a recommended order that levels based on that, but you can do them any order you want. Like, say you want a challenge, you can do like the 7th gym before the 5th gym, because sure, it's higher leveled. But that doesn't actually make sense, because in those games, the 7th gym is actually lower leveled than the 6th gym. But I really like that, and sure, this game doesn't really have much of it. I'm sure you can skip the 2nd gym, and I think you can skip the... No, just the 2nd gym, and I think maybe the 4th, the 6th as well. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I don't think Team Aqua shows up in Mount Pyre until you beat the 6th gym. Or do they? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, the point is, you can do those gyms, but that's just inconvenient. But with Johto, it feels more non-linear. And I like that. I wish more Pokemon games were more linear. So, that's my take on, the Hoenn Sea. Sure, it's annoying, and sure, it's kind of lazy programming. Kind of takes out the variety and adventure of going to different lands, but the first 6 gyms makes up for it, and sure, like, the quality of the game drops now, but there's still a lot of, like, story-related stuff coming up, which I can't wait to talk about. And even though the variety of, landscapes kind of suck, it's fine. And, here, where we're going, is nowhere even near a city. We're actually on our way to where the Elite Four is. That's right, you can actually head to the Elite Four right now. And there's a water, but the thing is, as you can see, wait for it. Oh, I guess I already zoomed through it. I can't really see right now. But there's a waterfall, and you can't scale that quite yet until you beat the 8th gym. So yeah, I'm kind of sorry about all these like sped up videos where it's mostly sped up footage and not enough about me actually like live commentating. But in my defense, I think I've said this before, but sometimes when there's a lot of trainers around, it's really awkward for me to just talk, just cut out the trainer, talk, cut out the trainer when there's like a bunch in between. It's a lot easier for me and a lot more fluid for you guys to have me speed up them so you can actually see the battles in a little bit and make it more interesting. And plus, I can commentate over it, and I'm not interrupted by my live commentary, if you understand what I mean. And I like to put background music to help with the interest of it than just the boring Pokemon music. I'm sure I have that most time, but if you speed up, you don't want to hear the... You want to hear actual music, so that's actually like a Let's Playing trick. But I feel like I've been over-relying it on this Let's Play because of how challenging it is to Let's Play a Pokemon game. It's actually probably the most challenging series, like RPGs in general, because you don't know what to keep and what to cut out. And the cutout is just for your time, but it's less for them. So say I have to record like 2 hours, that comes to 2 episodes because of all the battles I have to cut out. And that's only like a 15-20 minute episode. So that's just me explaining myself. So yeah, you're probably noticing that I was like nowhere near mosdeep right now. But there's actually something I forgot to show off, which I'm going to head to right now after I deal with all these trainers. I don't know, pass me, can you hurry up? I want to talk about this already. We'll go back to where I was, later. But I realized I actually forgot to show this off, which is something north beyond mosdeep. Yeah, like the sea is so open, there's even stuff that I've forgotten to show off. I mean, I showed off where the Pokemon League is, and I was heading to where the destination is, but there's even something north of mosdeep that I want to talk about. And no, it is not this tag battle. We'll just let past me deal with this tag battle first, and then we will talk about what I wanted to talk about. Okay, this is Shoal Cave, what you just saw for like a brief second. That is Shoal Cave. That is a cave where you can get like different items. It's just it's not required, and the gimmick of Shoal Cave is to is that like every 12 hours the tide changes, so there's different areas that can open up. There's a few items you can get and no trainers. I'll link to the Bulbapedia page in the description below so you can see what items are there and where it is. But the thing is, as you probably don't recall, but my internal clock is broken in this game, so time-based events can't occur. So I can't show off everything. And there's really nothing of interest that I feel like showing off, and I don't feel like wasting my time. And it's boring for you guys, and really, who cares about Shoal Cave? It's not required. I showed it off for a second. But you can collect these things called Shoal Bells, which you could turn into Soothe Bells. And then the Soothe Bells are good for like evolving Pokemon for friendship, or you want to like max out your return and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so lastly, as you might be noticing or not, but the music I've been playing for this sped up montage has been entirely like water themed levels and whatnot, just to add to the atmosphere. But you might have noticed there's one iconic water music that I haven't played yet, which is like probably the most well known for a water level and gives them such a reputation for having amazing music. Ladies and gentlemen, Jolly Roger Bay. Welcome everyone to pacifidlog Town. We have crossed the entire Hoenn Ocean, searching far and wide and uncovering every corner we can do right now. Well, there's a little bit of ocean past pacifidlog Town, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, now that we've finally arrived in pacifidlog Town and gone through every corner of the Hoenn Ocean that we can do right now, this is it for this episode. Next time on Pokemon Emerald, we're going to be returning to Mosdeep City and confronting the gym leader there. This is Nothingjustgo, and what I need from you guys? Nothing. Just don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter with the link being in the description below. See you guys next episode.